Hi Aquarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to take a quick second just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Aquarius out there, so guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies can reverse, so if it's resonating, Aquarius, get in wherever you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aquarius? Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, you are starting out with the Six of Swords. You have the Magician and the Eight of Swords. So you're moving on from something here, something that was very chaotic. You're moving towards peace. This is something you're manifesting. So you might be in process of doing it. You might just be at the beginning, so get in wherever you fit in on that, but you want to move away from chaos. You're manifesting that energy, and with the Eight of Swords, you're feeling a little trapped. You're feeling like you're up in your head. This is causing a lot of anxiety, so you're in transition here. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Aquarius energy. All right, we have the Sun in reverse, Leo energy. We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So the person that's in your energy, there's a little bit of unhappiness here. I do see with the King of Swords, there's going to be some communication. It could be very direct communication that is taking place. And the Three of Wands, this person may be feeling like this is not going through. There's a sense of them being unhappy about some information they've received, or unhappy about, things not working out here, possibly between the two of you. So let me see. There's an impatience in their energy, an impatience to communicate. Let me see the energy between Aquarius and this person. Hold on just a minute. I'm trying to get direction. Thank you. All right, so the Ace of Swords, there's that communication. So you have the Ace of Swords between the two of you, a direct, communication. You might be telling this person, look, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to move forward. I don't want to deal with the chaos any longer. This person's not happy about it, but I do feel that they did want the truth. They wanted the clarification. So the truth has come out between the two of you. Now, what's affecting the connection is the Six of Pentacles. So it's restoring balance, and you're manifesting balance here. You're manifesting an equal balance, give and take. So there's balance that is being restored through this communication, through this clarity, through this truth. In your outcome, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse, and that is, it can indicate some bad news, right? But I don't feel like it's on your side. I feel like it's something that you have been kind of holding back. This person, they want to hear the truth, but at the same time, I feel like it's difficult. Page of Wands also does indicate a new beginning, and I do feel like that's coming from your side, Aquarius. There's a lot of anxiety about it. You've been feeling trapped in something here for a while. And so I do feel that, this is a new beginning that hasn't happened, but you're shifting, you're moving towards that. You're manifesting it. So it could even be with a new person, but it doesn't have to be. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. Underlying energy, so that does indicate that, a Tower moment is happening or going to happen. All right, so, remember that Tower moments happen, Aquarius, because things were built on an unstable foundation, and it has to be knocked down in order to rebuild on a solid foundation. And I feel like that's what you're doing here. I feel like you're the one bringing this Tower moment. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Six of Swords here for Aquarius? Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so are you moving towards someone that you love? Because this is an offer of love. Yeah, this is an offer of love that you're moving towards. Somebody, you've received an offer or you've given an offer to someone that is definitely someone that you have deep feelings for, very deep feelings. Why is the Magician here? Why is the Magician here? Two of Swords, reversed. Two of Pentacles, reversed. And the Queen of Swords, reversed. So, yeah, this is somebody you feel that you're not on the same page. There's been anger. There's been an imbalance in this connection. You're seeking balance. You kind of went back and forth about moving on from this person. And I do feel like somebody made your head spin around and say, now's the time. Because I do feel that you feel that this was the right relationship for you at some point, but now you feel like you're not on the same page. I do feel like you're cutting this person out. You're manifesting the life that you want, and you've made the decision that you're going for it. So I do feel like it took you a long time to make this decision. You were weighing up the pros and cons. You were trying to figure out, should you stay or should you go? But at this point, you're doing it. Let me see the Eight of Swords. Not without a lot of anxiety, though. All right, we have the Star card and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of anxiety because it looks like you were involved with this other person for quite some time, but you're thinking long term. You're thinking about whoever this love offer is, whoever you have feelings for. You're very hopeful that this is going to be the perfect relationship, that you're going to have it all. You are worried. You do have stress about it because, like I said, you were involved with this person in your energy for a long time. But you want something balanced. I can see that. And you feel that this was not balanced. So you're hopeful. You're hopeful. Let me look at this person's energy. Why is the Sun in reverse? Show me the Sun in reverse. All right, Eight of Pentacles and the Emperor. You could work with this person, or it could be like some sort of family business. This is somebody that is very used to being in charge, though. And I feel like they feel that you hid something from them. And they want the truth. They feel like you're hiding things. So they're looking at details. They're going to take charge of the situation because they're looking at all these details. I will say that they feel that things have been hidden, but they do want to work things out with you. And I feel like this is somebody that's not used to hearing no. Let me see the King of Swords. This is also somebody that's not highly emotional. Page of Cups. Ten of Swords in the reverse. So this person is basically saying, you're not going to betray me with somebody new. Yeah, this is somebody that doesn't like to hear no. They don't. I do feel like this is somebody who's saying, you know, I still love you. I can get over this. This was a betrayal. We can rebuild this. They feel that you were keeping secrets, possibly something work-related. They want the truth. They want to work things out. This person wants to work things out with you. And I feel like this person doesn't want to let you go, but you don't feel like you're on the same page with this person. If there was someone new in your energy, I feel like this person is aware of it now. But it might be because you've told them. Let me see the Three of Wands reversed. Show me the Three of Wands reversed. All right, Five of Wands reverse and the Eight of Cups. All right, so the conflict between the two of you is going to resolve. This person, I don't know if it's arrogance or what, but this person is basically saying, nobody new can compare to me. I'm the freaking emperor and you're running around with a Page of Cups. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's from their perspective. So they're basically saying, you know, I'm going to walk away from you. You know, this isn't where I belong anymore. I'm not even going to fight with you about it. So it's almost like they came out hard with, we're going to try to work this out. You know, I can get past this. But at the end of the day, you're very focused on moving forward. And I do feel like you do love this other person. And so you're either making an offer to that other person, or that other person is making an offer to you. Regardless, there's a lot of love, and you're moving away from what you perceive to be a chaotic situation. So it looks like you were involved with somebody who may have been somebody who worked a lot. They weren't very comfortable with their feelings and emotions. They were honest and direct, but at the same time, very unemotional, it was like just the facts, you know? So I feel like over time, perhaps you weren't getting what you needed in the connection. And I do feel like this person did not want to let you go. But at the end of the day, because you're deciding, no, I am moving forward, it will create this tower moment, and this person will then walk away and refuse to argue with it. Let me look at the energy between Aquarius and this person. Why is the Ace of Swords here? So this is the clarity, the truth coming into the situation. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups reversed, and we have the Page of Wands reversed, which is your outcome here. So this person is saying to you, we can work this out. Get rid of that other person. I can get past this. I can get over it. They didn't know about that person. And I do feel like you did let them know that that's the only choice for you, that you're moving forward, that there is someone else that you do love. There was confusion prior, and I do feel like it's because there were secrets, there were things hidden, and now those secrets are everything's being cleared up. There's a conversation that has occurred here, because I feel like the two of you weren't talking. Yeah, I feel like the two of you weren't talking. You met somebody. This person didn't know about it. Something came to their attention that made them begin to question it. And they're not happy with the outcome, but at least it's the truth. And you're pretty clear about what it is that you want, Aquarius. I don't see you, hesitating on that. Let me see the Six of Pentacles. Show me what's affecting this connection. The Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy, and the King of Wands reversed. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Yeah, so it's going to balance out. There's things that are not resolved between you and this person, but you've made your decision here. You are cutting this person out. Ultimately, they want to work things out, but they're not going to take the action to do so. Yeah, they're not going to take the action. I do feel like they could be a little bitter about how things have gone. They could be quite a bit bitter, actually, but they're not taking any action towards it. I don't see them being vindictive. They will get over this. They will get past it. But I do feel this person loved you, and they were not really good about showing it. They're going to try, because they're going to try to patch things up. But ultimately, they're not going to do what it takes to bring this into a balanced state. Yeah. But their initial reaction is going to be to try to balance it. So whatever this is, it's not complete. It's not over. But I feel like this person, so you're in the process of this. Let me see the outcome. Yeah, it's not complete. You're in the process of this, which is what I saw in the beginning as well. And this person will try to keep you from this new beginning. All right, but it's not going to work. The Hangman in reverse, the Seven of Wands, and the Strength card reverse. Pisces, Leo energy here. So in your outcome, You've been waiting for this new beginning, and that wait is almost over. You're right on the cusp of a new beginning. You're going to have to fight for this new beginning. And there's going to be a lot of people. I'm also seeing close friends or family perhaps is trying to tell you this isn't what you need to do. What are you doing, Aquarius? But at the same time, you're very hopeful that this is going to lead to something long-term. So you're going to fight for this new beginning. You definitely are going to fight for it. You're going to have a lot of people telling you no. You will fight for it. And that wait is almost over. Almost over. I do feel like this whole experience is going to cause you to see people differently. You're going to look at this person in your energy differently because I feel like you were in a long-term connection with them. You're going to see close friends and family differently than you did in the past. It's going to be very revealing to you. Yeah, it's definitely going to be. And even this, if there's well, there does look like a new person. There's this new person you're even going to be looking at very differently. So this experience is going to alter the way you view the world. But it is going to bring balance back into your life. And I do see you fighting for this new beginning. You're right on the cusp of it. It hasn't happened yet for most of you. There's worry, concern. A lot of that's being caused by outside forces. But it's not going to take away the hope. And I do feel like you're going to stand up for what it is that you want. In this person's energy that's in your energy, this is somebody you were in this long-term connection with. And I do feel like it's bringing out a lot of fear in this person, and they're realizing that they have to work on themselves as well. They fear this new beginning for you, which is part of the reason why they're trying to prevent it. At the end of the day, though, it's going to actually bring enlightenment to them. I do feel like they will walk away from this. They are going to realize that this is not where their future is. And if there's any battle with you, it will resolve. They're going to walk away from it all. Yeah. This is what they feared most in their life, but ultimately it's going to bring about a state of enlightenment, because even though they feared it, this is a person who tries to control things and generally pretty good at it. They could be a business owner. This is somebody who's really good at controlling this, outside situations. But when it comes to their own feelings and emotions, that's a different story. They're very uncomfortable there. I'm not saying they're a bad person. I'm saying that this is somebody that's not comfortable with feelings and emotions. And I feel like ultimately they're going to realize that part of the reason why this has happened is because of inaction. They are going to heal. I do see healing, and I see them actually becoming enlightened towards their own behaviors as well, towards their own fears, their own conflicts, and where they actually belong in life. So this is going to change things not only for you, but for this person. But regardless, you're going to stand your ground, and you're going to move towards what you deeply feel is for you. Bottom of the deck is the Devil in the reverse. That's underlying energy, and it tells me you could be dealing with a Capricorn, but it tells me that you are removing yourself from toxic situations, and it is going to definitely be a life-changing event for you. So let's pull an oracle card. Pulling for Aquarius. Yeah, this is no simple event. This is something that is life-altering. All right, so you have number 11, which, by the way, is a God number. And it says, take off your mask or masks. So give me a second, and I'll read that for you, Aquarius. All right. Stop trying to appear different to who you really are. It's time to take off your mask and be the real you. You cannot get the love and attention you're craving by pretending to be someone you're not. Why are you so frightened to be honest with yourself and others? Do you feel that you will lose friends and opportunities by showing others your imperfections, fears, and vulnerabilities? Are you constantly doing things to please others, even if doing this does not work for you? This card indicates that you need time to get to know yourself and what is important in your life. You will know that you are evolving when other people's judgments of you no longer impact you. If you have an incredible talent, believe in yourself. Don't hide your greatness because others feel envious or resentful. Remember, every great leader had people who loved them and believed in them, as well as those who doubted and disliked them. All right. I hope that this has been helpful for you, Aquarius. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Aquarius, know that you are love, and namaste.